Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. So today I am sharing with you the beautiful new Snow is Glistening and Snowfall Thinlit dies. These form part of what is being called the Snowflake Showcase. There's actually two stamp sets in the set, but I've only purchased this one. The other one is a more all-round, all year round season set, I would say. It has more flowery symbols, more flowery stamps, designs, etc., and different words on it, and it's beautiful. But I am a sucker for anything Christmas, so Christmas it had to be. So this is what I've purchased: the Snow is Glistening stamp set, which, as you can see, is just beautiful, and then the Snowfall Thinlit dies. So we're just going to I'm just going to get those out and share with you. Now, obviously, I've put my own magnetic sheets on just because that's what I always do. So you get this sheet of snowflakey things. So these cut out some of the snowflake shapes that you can stamp. This is a beautiful, huge snowflake. And then there's lots of different types. And here you have three, which I think those two are the same size. And then this one is slightly bigger. But it's quite tricky because they're all very small, but they are beautiful. And then you also get this sheet. Okay, so it's a massive die set. This one has a more flower shape in it. See that? Isn't that beautiful? That's all one die, so it comes out together. You'll see that in a moment. And this one cuts out one of the shapes that's stamped in the other set, but you could also just do it as a different coloured background to this stamp. To this die rather. Then there's some more dies that actually do cut out from the other stamp set, but I'm happy with having these just as they are. But obviously if you want to go full hog, you can buy both stamp sets and have everything coordinating. This cuts out one of the snowflakes. Here's another snowflake. In fact, no, I've done it again. It's on this sheet because it isn't a snowflake. It's actually more of a flower shape. I have one here that I have cut out. So you can see it cuts out this, which kind of isn't a snowflake. I don't think it is. I mean, it's got the six sides of a snowflake, but I don't know. I'm in two minds. So I'm going to leave it on the flower side. You get two leaves and obviously this little cottontaily kind of stamp here. Die here rather. And then you get this glorious, I mean, totally beautiful snowflake and flower die. Isn't that gorgeous? Just cuts out all in one strip. So those are the dies. Massive set, isn't it? Absolutely huge. So obviously I can't show you everything because it would take me forever and a day. However, I'm going to show you what I've made so far, and then we're going to make a card. So I'm going to just show you a couple of the cards that I've made. So here's one that I've done using the I want to call it the snowfall, the like shower, and you see you can add this dotty piece underneath and continue it on if you want to, but I've just and actually this also continues it on. I didn't even spot that. I decided to go with my own design. Trust me. So yes, this is the base piece, and you can see I've stamped it 1, 2, 3 times, but you can't actually see any of the joins because it just stamps beautifully together. Then this is the snowflake, and I've stamped off. And then this is the smaller, tiny, weeny little snowflake here. And again, I've stamped that and then stamped off. So it's kind of got a drifting feel to it. Then I've stamped again with second generation ink on a piece of card and then stamped over the For You. And I like the fact that even though it's snowflakes, it doesn't have to be a Christmas greeting. I like that we've got that in the set. And then a bit of gorgeous grape ribbon, because why wouldn't you use a bit of gorgeous grape ribbon, quite frankly. So yeah, so that's using just that, and that. So quite simple, really, but I think a pretty card. And then I'm going to show you a couple of these. This one is very similar to one that Stampin' Up did. I basically just cased what Stampin' Up did, and then in the inside I've got some more stamping, and this uses this beautiful die here. I've cut 2 pieces and cut them out, and then these are the snowflakes cut in silver foil with the lovely grey granite ribbon. Isn't that pretty? And I rollered this with our little foam rollers. So braided it with some of the balmy blue ink, graduating it up through, and then I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it shows up on the cardstock, but I did spritz it with some of our champagne mist as well. Champagne mist shimmer paint, just in a spritzer, Stampin' spritzer, with some isopropanol, or rubbing alcohol as it's also fondly known. So that's what we're going to look at then, and then again I case this one from Stampin' Up as well. The other thing that you get in the suite that you can get, so you can get the, where are they? They're not on this one, are they? Oh, I've mislaid my trinkets. Where are my trinkets? Oh, I have to show you the trinkets. So these are actually made of velvet paper. So you get in the bundle, well, it's not actually a bundle, but all of the different pieces, you get 2 stamp sets, a set of dies, these velveteen sheets, which are beautiful. They're so soft. You get 2 12 by 12 sheets of that, and then there's also the trinkets, and you get 2 trinkets, 2 different designs of trinket, but they've both got little rhinestones in the centre. Aren't they beautiful? Just so lovely. And you get 20 of these, I think, yeah, 20 pieces. So that's a lot of trinkets. That's a lot of cards, which is great. There we go. So I'm showing more over on my Facebook page this week, so you can see more stuff that we've done. But for now, I wanted to show you a card that's very, very simple. You know, I love my black and white, so this is the design that I've come up with so far, but I am going to be changing it up for this video, just because I like this piece on here, but I do wonder if we could do a bit more with the snowflakey theme. So I like that. I love black and white. I think it's so elegant for a Christmas card. I know people might think it's a little bit morbid, but I don't know, I just think it's elegant. I love black and white. And this snowflake is die cut out of that velvet sheet. And you can't tell because you can't hear, but it just is fuzzy. It's like the stuff on the Santa's Workshop designer series paper I showed you last week, but the whole sheet is fuzzy. It's just so pretty. Lovely. Okay, so let's do that. So we need to have a piece of A4 card cut in half. I've cut mine in half this way, so it's the whole length, and then I've just cut it down the middle at 10.5 centimeters, and then you get 2 sheets out of that, and then I've just folded it in half, scored it at 14.8 centimeters. Oh, my heating is making a funny noise. I hope that's not making you, I hope that's not too loud on the video. Might have to turn that down. Right, so there we go. 1/2 sheet of A4. You could make this an American version, American sizings. The snowflake would fit on, it would just be a little bit fatter and a little bit thinner, so you might need to be careful what greeting you put at the bottom. Then I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock, 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters. I mean, it's really simple what you need for this card. So then I'm going to take another piece of basic black cardstock, and this one is 9.5 centimeters by 13.9, and that's basically your basic layers. Okay, and then I have die cut out already one of the snowflakes in the velvet sheets. Okay, that's the big snowflake. And then this time I've cut out as well some of the little snowflakes. And I actually think it might look better with either just a single snowflake in the middle, pretty, or a double layer snowflake, where you put a white one behind and a black one on top, or even a black one behind, and actually I hadn't tried that one, a black one behind and a white one on top. What do we think? No, I prefer it the other way around. So I think a double layer is good. This one's fuzzy too. This one's just plain. You could obviously just cut this out in normal white cardstock if you like, but it just adds a sense of texture really. So I like that, but I think I want to change up, because now it's all snowflakes, I'm going to change up the sentiment. So I'm going to go, this is just my offcut. Whenever I cut small Whisper White pieces of cardstock, so if you cut 4 out of a sheet of cardstock this size, you will get trimmings at the edge. And these trimmings at the top and at the side are the perfect size to put my sentiments on. I always keep my trimmings. So now I'm going to go for this sentiment that says, sending a blizzard of wishes for a wonderful season. Isn't that nice? I like a blizzard of wishes. That sounds great. So I do have this one. I cut out another one of those. And is this the same size? I think this is the same size. No, yeah, that's the same size. But aren't they beautiful? And here's the little one. Here's one of the little tiny ones. No, isn't that cute? So cute. So, I mean, they are beautiful. I would recommend using your die brush, okay? Because they are very detailed. So when you get them in your dies, you just use your brush very gently. Black on white's not probably, I mean, black on black's not good. Just use your dies really gently, and then it helps to pop them out the die, but also for these little ones here, it helps to pop out all the bits in between. For the velveteen ones, I found you need to turn them over and do from the back, because it just helps to push them through to the front, okay? It's just because it's coated paper with the velveteen coating. So yeah, use your die brush. It really does work. One of the best inventions that we ever had. Right, so now I'm going to stamp my sentiment on my little piece of cardstock. Hope you can see that okay. And I'm using Memento ink. Just the basic black Memento ink. Yep. I think mine might need re-inking. There we go. Make sure you've got good coverage on all of your sentiment. And then I'm just going to pop this down straight in the middle. And I'm leaving myself enough space at each end so that if I wanted to, I could banner it with the triple banner punch, or I could just cut it, which I did before. And I think I'm just going to cut that again. So let it dry. Whilst it dries, we're going to chop ourselves a piece of this polka dot twill ribbon. Tulle, not tweel, that's something you eat. Tulle ribbon. Oh, obviously I'm hungry. So just take a piece off. I like matching this up because it's also velvety. Basically all these little polka dots are velvet as well. So you're getting a good all-round amount of velvet for on your card base. So let's start building that up. It won't take us 2 minutes to do that. First things first is to align your snowflake. Now you can either do your snowflake top and bottom, which is what I do, or you can tilt it and do it side by side. It will just fit side by side. It would probably fit better on the American cardstock this way, but I quite like it up and down. I like it both ways actually, it looks good both ways, but let's go, I'm going to go with this. Now I'm using my Tombow, my multi-purpose glue here. I'm going to do it on the black so you can see what I'm doing, otherwise it's going to be tricky. Very simply, I'm going up each of these petals and then just dabbing a little tiny dot on each of these pieces here. So as it joins and where it gets a little bigger, and then turn it round, don't try and glue it around the other way. There we go. You'll get it stuck all over your hands. So just in these little pieces here, and that allows me to have enough glue to attach it. You could use the fine tip glue pen. That is also perfectly fine. Excuse the pun. But I just didn't have it with me, so it's not out and about. So I'm just going to pop that down, and because it's multi-purpose, you have a little bit of a wriggle room if you need it. But no, I'm quite happy with that. Pop that down, like so, and then we can move on to the sentiment. Okay, so the next step is to glue down your other small white snowflake. So we're just using multi-purpose glue because it will stick to the felt, and then I'm just going to pop that down on here, trying to align top and bottom snowflakes. Oops. The good news is, of course, it is being multi-purpose. You can move it around a little bit to get it in the right position. There we go. Next up, I'm going to do the black snowflake, and then of course, because this is cardstock, this works very well with the multi-purpose glue. Okay, and this one I'm now going to offset, so I'm going to go for the centre and just smush it around a bit until it is pretty central, I think. Oops, just a little turn maybe. There we go. Excellent. So that's the basis of this snowflake card. Looks really dramatic, don't you think? Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So I'm going to stick that down to my Whisper white piece. I think black and white is so dramatic, it doesn't really need very much else. You could just leave it like that on the card, and I have thought about spritzing it and adding a bit of glitter. You could do that too, but I think for me at the moment I'm going to stick with adding my dots here with the velvet. Pick up the velvet there. I need my trusty snail. The good news is that the sentiment's going to pretty much cover the whole of that, so I can snail in the middle of my card, but that's okay. No need for panic at this point, because we're just going to put that down about 2 centimetres up across the centre of the card, which is equidistant from the top and the bottom. You know me, I like to be a bit anal about these things. Okay, so snail on the back. Still got that flicking motion from when we used to have fast views. I miss my fast views. But apparently not enough people did, so there you go. Alright, so that's attached at the back. I'm now going to put this down on the card by going over the ribbon with multi-purpose Tombow. And I do that because it just helps to give it an extra bit of stick over time. There we go. Make sure you're doing it the right way up. Many a time I've done my snowflake and my cards upside down. I remember making a beautiful, I think it was a 6x6 square card with velvet, black and gold and something or other, and it had joy embossed in heat embossing, and oh, it was just adorable. And then I picked it up and realised I'd stuck it the wrong way around. Oh, so hence why I always now double check which way does it open before I finish anything. Right, okay, so that's that. Next I'm going to just chop off these with reckless abandon, not even going to measure it or anything, and then see that needs to be a little closer, so I'm going to bring that in a little closer. There we go, like that. That leaves enough of the dots, which is good, and I might just put a little rhinestone down here. We're going to go dimensionals, because we need some, and you can see here that I've die cut out some snowflakes, and I die cut them in the multi-purpose adhesive sheets, and then I didn't actually want to use them, so I've put them on the dimensional sheet because oh look, I've done that twice. Oh silly me. There we go, that's the one we're using now. Must have picked up one I'd already done. Oh well. We don't need that. Let's just go with it, Pip. Maybe you'll notice, it'll be fine. Okay. So I'm thinking that's been cut quite close to the edge. Why did I do that? Oh dear. See, people always say to me, but you're always perfect. No, I'm not. No, watch my videos, you'll see my mistakes. Okay, so we're going to just attach that down. just over the ribbon like that. I think that's about right. Yeah, looks good. And then we're going to go rhinestones. Got to go rhinestones. It's Christmas. So we're going to go a small rhinestone, come on, right in the centre of that snowflake. Oh, I got there a bit sticky. Oh no, we don't want a bit sticky. Come on, off you come. There we go. There we go. So yeah, a rhinestone right in the centre of that. That's central enough. I think so. Yep. Then I think I might do a bigger rhinestone down here, because that's kind of got a big gap there. And then a little diddy one again up here in this corner, so it just kind of balances it out. Oops. Oh no, got stuck. There we go. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Threes are good, we know this. Okay, so that's it then, really. That's the card as it stands at the moment, but I think it does need an inner. So we're just going to stamp an inner. So from my drawer of stash, I keep a drawer, I've told you this before I'm sure, but I keep a drawer of all my, oh that nearly went in my tea. I keep a drawer of all my pre-cut card bases, etc. down next to me on my desk, and then that way I've always got something when I need it. So that's that, and then I think I'm going to go with yeah, don't do that bit. I think I'm going to go with one of the smaller snowflakes here and just do a couple of snowflakes, and I might even put a sentiment. Let's have a look what we got. Merry Christmas to you and peace on earth to all the world. That's nice. Each snowflake is beautiful, sparkling and special, just like you. Oh, that's nice too. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this one. We're going to go with a black and white theme. So I just want the little snowflakes, I think, for the edges. Do I want those ones, or do I want to do that? No, I do want those ones, I think. Yeah, we'll do this. Do this, and we'll do this, so that it all kind of matches with the front. Okay, let's get some blocks going. So, blocks for my words. I always do this. I put them down, and then I align my block and pick them up. And I'm not doing it very well at the moment. Let's do that. That's a little better. Not perfect, but a little better. And then that one is a little too big for the tiny blocks, the A blocks, but it's big enough to fit on the, which one's this, the B block. Yeah, so not the A, you need the B for these. Right, so I'm going to get my Memento ink back again. And of course, you know, if you wanted to make lots of Christmas cards, you could line all this up on your Stamparatus and have it ready to go. So that's also a good thing for the Stamparatus, to get it perfect. Sorry, I'm shaking it a little bit. Okay. There we go. Pretty. Oh, so pretty. And then just some black snowflakes, which sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? But actually, I think it's gonna look pretty. And I know some people do this corner and this corner, but I don't know why. For some reason, I always do this corner. It's just me. Sometimes I do the other, but if I'm, you know, if I have a choice, it'll always be this corner. So you just want to stamp just a little bit off the card. And if you want to, of course, you could always do second generation ink. That works too. There, look at that. Don't they stamp beautifully? Aren't they just the prettiest snowflakes? Just really gorgeous. I love this set. It's such a shame it's only here for November. So it goes on sale tomorrow, and then it's on sale for a month, and then that's it, discontinued. Devastating. But just means that you have to get it while you can. So, you know, if you want it, grab it. All the details are in the basket, in the description below. Just jump over to my shop, stick it in your basket tomorrow. Not today, not available today, tomorrow. Stick it in your basket and off you go. Because I don't think you will be at all disappointed with this stamp set or die set. It's just delightful. Absolutely delightful. And great for all those Christmas cards. Isn't that beautiful? So there you go. That's the inside and that's the outside. What do you think? You like? I like. I think that works well. There we go. And then where's the one I did before? There's the one I did first. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So here's the first one, and then here's the one we did today. I think they're both pretty, aren't they? It's just different. Spectacular but different. Excellent. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Come back again next week. I'll be here again at queenpipcards.com on YouTube. And as I said, all the details are in the description below. You can check out my blog, have a look at my shop, do whatever. But they won't be on sale until tomorrow, 1st of November 2018. All right. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. See you again soon. Bye-bye.